Yo. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're chilling. Yo. Here we go. Okay. Well, we are live. Okay, we are live. W's. Okay. There's one thing that I want to say before we start the podcast episode. Actually, two things. First of all, today's my birthday. Birthday to me. Second of all, I wanted to say that. That's why I did the setup track and I got the thing for my birthday. Second thing, Toronto Maple Leafs officially named Austin Matthews captain, replacing John Tavares. John Tavares today said that he is grateful to do this, and he officially gave the captaincy over to Austin Matthews, and I just reposted it on one of my latest Facebook posts on my Facebook page. So you can watch that video if you haven't already. Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for Austin Matthews, and Austin Matthews is one of my favorite players, if you guys didn't know. One of my favorite players in the NHL, so I'm really excited to see him get that captaincy role and see what he does with that, and see if he can help Toronto get some playoff success that they haven't done in a long time. Okay, before we go to this podcast episode, I need to take my mouse cursor. The watermelon for sure. Okay, so now we're gonna grade every NHL team's first pairing. First defensive pairing. Okay, so if you don't know what first pairing is, you guys don't know what pairing is. The defense has 6 players, and they're divided into 3 pairings of 2. So it's called pairings. Pair. 2, the first line. 2, the second pair. 2, the third pair. There's 3 pairs. So grading every team's first defensive pairing. So we're gonna start with Anaheim, as we always do. We graded every team's first line, second line, third line, and fourth line in the past 4 podcast episodes. Now we're doing pairings. And also, I do want to mention that I made a playlist on my channel. So if you go on my channel, you can go over and click playlist. And then I'll have playlists of specific type of videos that I did on certain topics. And you can watch videos like there if you want to find specific videos. That's pretty helpful. So I mean, yeah, let's grade them. Ellen Zellweger, he's very good. I'm gonna use another one of these here to look at the stats. I do want to look up Ellen Zellweger's stats. Cam Fowler is good. I don't know if it's Zellweger though off the top of my head. There we go. He's good, but we need to look at Zellweger's stats here. Hockey Reference is where you look at player stats. I was Elite Prospects, this one's better. I didn't know it was better. It is. Trust me, it's better. You look at some of his stats here. 2 goals, 7 assists for 9 points, 26 games. He's a -6, which doesn't help because he's on the Ducks. He had 4 penalty minutes, 2 even strength goals, 0 power play. Okay, you get it. I don't really want to look at every player's stats, but he was pretty productive when he was on the ice. So I think I'm gonna give this line a solid B. I think actually a B-, just actually a C+. I do like Cam Fowler. I do like Zellweger. But we gotta think, compared to other defensive pairings, this is not really that good. If Zellweger can take a step up and do what we think that he's able to do, and just overall do better next season, I could see this going up to a B. But right now, as it stands today, August 14th, it's a C+. So yeah, it's C+. Boston's up next. Boston is very, very good first pairing. Okay. McAvoy, Zadorov. Okay, Zadorov is about, I don't know Paul McAvoy is exactly. I think slightly under 6 feet. He's definitely a top 3 defensive defenseman in the league. Points. around 50 to 60 points. Around 50 to 60 points. A season playing phenomenal defensively. The dog is like around 6'6", and he can lay the body. He's so physical. He's good defensively. He's a big body, and then he is still super good. He could get you 40 to 50 points area, especially when you're playing somebody like McAvoy, and then pass you knock up the forward course. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm giving him an A. Not quite an A plus. The offensive production is not like ridiculous. But an A is so solid, just rock solid, bro. A for Boston. A for Boston. You don't know if you guys have been watching podcast episodes, you know that I love the Boston Bruins defense. Going down, this is actually nasty. First one, I'm gonna give it an A minus. Not as quite good as Boston's, but Darlene can get you honestly around 70 to 80 points if he plays really good. Byram can get you around 40 to 55 points-ish while playing phenomenally defensively. Darlene plays phenomenal defensively. He's been getting so much better defensively every single season that he plays in the National Hockey League. And it's good. It's very, very good. And we really, really like to see it. So Buffalo's in the A minus. Calgary Flames. Don't even know who that is. And Uyghur. Oh, Uyghur's good. He's good defensively. Very good defensively. Very underrated defensively. I don't even know who that other guy is. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Uyghur's underrated defensively. He can still get you 40 to 50 points. 30 to 40 points probably area, maybe 50, depending on who you're playing with. We're playing rock solid defensively. But I don't know who the other guy is, so I'm just gonna give him a solid C. It might be the worst of the day. We'll have to see. But only reason why it's a C is just because of the fact that Uyghur is very underrated defensively. He's actually really good defensively, so I'm gonna give it a C. That's where that is. See? See. I have one viewer. I actually have two viewers, but one was me because I want to make sure the audio is going smoothly as per usual. Feel free to chat. Okay. Defensive pairing: Jacob Slavin, Brent Burns. Ooh, dude. Jacob Slavin, in my opinion, is the best defensive defenseman in the league. He's played some of the best defense in the league that you're going to see while still putting on 50 to 60 points. And Burns can get up about 50 to 60 points as well. Slavin can probably get you around 40 to 50 points, and then Burns can probably get you 50 to 60 points probably area. Maybe in a really good season. We're playing great defensively as well, so I'm gonna say an A. Not quite an A plus. I'm not just gonna give out A pluses, but again, same thing with the Bruins. If you guys will watch the podcast, you know I love the Hurricanes defense. I gotta give it just a solid A. Right now. Chicago. Vlasic Jones, it's really not. I mean, Vlasic is very underrated defensively. Vlasic is great defensively. He's like vastly underrated because he plays in Chicago right now and they're not very good. Jones is incredibly overpaid. Like he's getting almost $10 million for being not even close to any of the people that be getting paid $10 million. So I think I'm gonna give it a solid a C plus. No, C. If I gave Calgary a C, I gotta give Chicago only a C. Because of the fact of, because if you're gonna give, because Vlasic is slightly a step down from Uyghur as of right now. I think he will be as good in the near future, but right now I think he's a slight step down. And Jones, at least I'm somewhat familiar with him, and he's pretty decent. He's better than the guy that I don't even know. So it kind of complements each other. So I'll give it a C. It overall adds up to about the same. Colorado's top line is probably gonna be an A plus. I ain't gonna lie to you. Colorado Avalanche, Cam McCall, Devontae, yep, A plus. Cam McCall is the best defenseman in the league. He can get you, if he stays fully healthy, 80 to 90 points. That's how good he is. If he stays fully healthy, usually gets around 70, 80 points. He usually has like a 5 to 10 game injury, which usually does limit him to only around that range. But he plays stellar defensively. We're playing obviously 70 to 80 points usually in a season. Devontae plays very underrated defense, phenomenal defense. We're still putting up 50 to 60 points, especially while playing with the Cam McCall and Nathan McKinnon, and Mikko Rantanen. So I gotta give him an A plus, one of the stronger defensive pairings in the league. And if I didn't give him an A plus, that's definitely not. I don't know hockey if I don't give it an A plus in my opinion. Okay. CBJ now. Zach Werenski, if he stays healthy, is very, very underrated. He can get you 40 to 50-ish, 55 points-ish. I don't, Severus I'm not all that familiar with. So he's going to give it a B minus because Zach Werenski is good, and I have heard of Severson before, so I think he's going to give it a B minus. But yeah. Heiskanen and Harley. I think I'm going to give this one an A plus as well. Emil Heiskanen, in my opinion, is a top 4 defenseman in the league, arguably top 3. At number 4 behind Quinn Hughes, Adam Fox, and Cameron Carr. And he plays rock solid defensively, or giving you 50 to 60 points, maybe even 70, depending who he's playing with. And then Thomas Harley can get you around 50 to 65 points, especially after what he proved me last season while playing stellar defensively. So I mean, yeah, I think an A plus. Again, just like the Devon Tate and Cameron Carr, that also give it A plus. These are one of the best defensive pairings that you're going to see in the National Hockey League. So A plus for Dallas Stars first pairing. Detroit Red Wings. Mo Seider is an absolute stud. He can get you 60, 70 points if he's playing with a good player, but Ben Sherrod is a good player, not a good, yeah. Ben Sherrod is mid, now being number 2 defenseman, so I can't give it higher. I'm going to give it a B just because of the fact that Mo Seider's on it, but if it wasn't for Mo Seider, that would have been a solid C, maybe even worse. Edmonton, I think Edmonton's getting an A plus as well, I'm not going to lie to you. Bouchard Ekholm, A plus. There's 3 A pluses already. We're not even close to getting done. Ekholm and Bouchard. Bouchard can get you 70 to 80 points. He's so good at that boost bomb and everything else. And then Matthias Ekholm is rock solid defensively, which complements Evan Bouchard. And he can put up 50 to 60 points when he's playing with Bouchard. And on that the second power play unit, he is very good as well. So I gotta give him an A plus right now. So, yeah. There's that. Florida's up next. Florida. Gustav Forsling and Aaron Ekblad. I'm giving it just a solid A. Forsling's so underrated, can get you 60, 70 points, and Ekblad can get you around 40, probably 30 to 50 points, depending on the season, really. Playing great defensively. Forsling's great defensively, too. Very high hockey IQ, so I gave him an A, but not quite an A+. LA Kings are up next. Los Angeles Kings. Drew Doughty, Mikey Anderson. I mean, it's pretty good. I'm going to give it a solid B right now. Because Drew Doughty is very good defensively. So put on 40, 50 points. And Mikey Anderson, I'm not all that familiar with. Like, I've heard of him and I know some about him, but I'm not really incredibly familiar with them. So I got to give him just a B for now. Minnesota's up next. Faber Brodin. Faber can put up 50 to 60 points probably right now. He probably will end up putting up more. But right now, it's his range. And Brodin can get you 30 to 40 points of playing rock solid defensively. Faber is great defensively as well. So I think I'm going to give it a B plus right now, but not quite in the A range. But Brock Faber definitely brings it up, and then Brodin's a great defenseman that also plays Faber. So I gotta give him a B plus right now. Montreal Canadiens. Matheson and Goalie just got a 6-year extension. He's big, he's physical, he's great defensively. We're putting up around 20 to 30 points right now. I think he's going to end up putting up 30 to 40 points. But right now, probably 20 to 35 points area. And Matheson can get you 30 to 40 points, possibly 50, probably about 40 to 50 points. Or playing great defensively as well. So if I give Minnesota's B+, I got to give Montreal's a B+, as well. If I'm pairing. Nashville is up next. Brady Shea, Roman Josi, A. Brady Shea can get you 50 to 60 points while playing phenomenally defensively. Josi can get you 60 to 70 points while also playing phenomenally defensively. Such a good pairing. Brady Shea got some money this free agency. We're going over to Nashville for his first season in Nashville, and Josi's been a captain for probably about half a decade, probably. So I mean, yeah, I mean, that's where they're going to go next. Devils. New Jersey Devils. Dougie Hamilton, Segan Hall can get you 30 to 40 points for playing, being very physical, good defensively. Hamilton can get you 60 to 70 points for playing good defense and being physical if he can stay healthy. I think we're going to A minus. One of the big parts why I think the Devils are going to make it to the finals because the defense is pretty dang stacked. As well as obviously the forward core, I keep saying is so good. I keep giving them A's on the forward core, and I was giving A minus on the first pairing. So yeah. Islanders, Noah Dobson and Romanov. I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give it a B plus as well. Dobson can get you honestly 70 to 80 points if he stays fully healthy. That's a really truly good, special his talent is. And then Romanov can get you probably around 40 to 50 points, especially if he plays Noah Dobson and playing great defensively. Dobson also plays good defensively, maybe preferably slightly better defensively, but he's still really good defensively. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a B plus right now for that pairing. The pairing is very, very good there. Rangers. Adam Fox, in my opinion, the second best defenseman in the league. He gets really 70 to 80 points. And Lindgren gets you 40 to 50 points, especially with playing Adam Fox. Fox is phenomenal defensively as well, and Lindgren good defensively too. So I think I'm going to give it a solid A, but not quite an A plus yet because I already gave out a few A pluses. I'm not trying to give out A pluses to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So A for New York. I think that's pretty fair. Pretty fair. Okay. Zub and Sanderson probably going to get you around 60, 70 points next season. By playing great defensively, and Zub can get you around probably 30 to 50 points depending on really the season that he has. By playing also good defensively. So I think I'm going to give it just a solid B plus, and not quite in the A range that the teams like the Rangers, Devils, and Nashville got the recent A's. Philadelphia Flyers. Sanham and York. York is good and gets you 40, 50 points for playing great defensively, and Sanham can get you 30 to 40 points for playing good decent defensively. So I think I'm going to give it a solid B minus, but nothing too special because we would like to have a little bit better defensively. And the defense doesn't help the questionable goaltending heading in the next season. Foot painting's not the best either. Carlson can really get you honestly 70 to 80 points if he was really good. He got 100 points 2 years ago. A season removed from getting 100 points. You know how ridiculous it is to get 100 points as a defenseman? Yeah, ridiculous. He can get you 70 to 80 points probably normally. And Peterson can get you probably around 50 to 60 points. Probably around that range. Maybe even 40 to 50. Playing good defensively. So I'm going to give it a solid B+. So B+. Sharks are coming up here. Ferrario, and I'm not even familiar with Edmundson, and Ferrario is really not that good. He gets you 20 to 30 points, I guess, for playing pretty good defensively. Edmundson, I don't even know who that is. I think I'm going to give it a D. That's definitely the worst of the day. This Sharks team is so mid from top to bottom. I mean, the top six is pretty good, but we're not talking about the forward core. We already talked about that. Their defense is so bad, and the first pairing definitely is bad. So the worst of the day is going to go to the Sharks. For sure, bro. Lawson and Dunn actually are pretty good together, so I'm going to give it a B+. I love that line for sure. You're that pairing, not the line, the pairing. For sure. About 20 minutes in, nice. St. Louis Blues up next. The defensive core is definitely the weak part, though, 100%. Parayko and Leddy. Parayko, he's one of the best shot blocking defensemen in the NHL, and Leddy's pretty good too, but I think I'm going to give it a B because there's nothing too special, but Parayko definitely helped elevate that pairing to the B, for sure. Tampa Bay Lightning, so it'll be Victor Hedman and, I don't know, Radish and Hedman. Hedman is atrocious defensively. Like, he used to be so good at defensive, but not because of his aging, maybe. He's really bad defensively, but still can get you 60 to 70 points. And then Radish can get you around 30 to, probably 20 to 30 points, maybe 40. Playing pretty good defensively. So I think I'm going to give it around a B. It's a B right now, just because of the fact of Hedman alone. a radish doesn't really help anything. Toronto Maple Leafs. Riley Tanev, man, Riley can get you 60, 70 points. And Tanev is one of the best defensive defensemen in the league. So I think I'm going to give it an A, not going A+. It's Toronto's first pairing, very, very rock solid. Utah Hockey Club. Sean Durzi and Mikhail Sergachev. We don't even need to look at that. I'm going to give it an A-. Sean Durzi really needed a number 2, I guess number 1 defenseman probably, but Sergachev's going to be, but he needed another defenseman to play with as solid and as good as Mikhail Sergachev, so I think he's going to help elevate Durzi as well. I mean, yeah, Quinn Hughes-Hronek, A+, again, another A+. Quinn Hughes can really just get you 70 to 80 points a season playing quarterback in that power play. Hronek can get you around 60 to 70 points if he stays healthy for the whole season and keeps up the same pace. It's around 70-point pace. But playing great defensively as well. He has a 100-mile-per-hour slap shot from the point. No one wants to try to block that one. Phenomenal pair. They both play great defensively, so A+ again. And okay. Okay, so Vegas is up next. Petrangelo and Hanfinen. Petrangelo is really good, and so is Hanfinen. Hanfinen is very good defensively. Still putting up like 50 or 60 points. Petrangelo is very good defensively, putting up 50 60 points as well. Not quite as good as Hanfinen defensively. So I think we give it a A-, but not quite an A. We got 2 teams left in this podcast episode. Now I'm gonna upload like my TikToks and stuff as I do usually. Chikrin and Carlson, I actually like that. I think we'll give it a B+ though. Chikrin and Carlson are both very good. Next, Winnipeg, last team. We're about 23 minutes in. Probably end up being around a 23.5-minute podcast episode if I had to guess from right here. Demilo Morris is so underrated. He can get you 60, 70, maybe 80 points depending on who plays. Demilo can get you around 30 to 40 points. So I think I'm going to give it an A- just because actually I'm going to give it a B+, simply because of the fact that Morrissey is so good, but not quite any higher just because Demilo is not the best. That's going to do it for a podcast episode. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 19. The episode before the season finale. So, yeah. Peace.